Oh, you're funny. You're hilarious. Now, you know what? I'm so happy that Derek Watts and the Sunday Blues are here for you, Kat, because now your top lip can also experience what it feels like to have a moustache for once in your life. Well, moving on from that to this, we have some really great craft ideas for you today because, of course, it's summer and we're going to be having a lot more parties. Matanna Katz is in studio today to be showing us a very interesting nautical theme for our tables this summer season. So she's going to be telling us more about that. Good morning, Matanna. How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Very, very well, thank you. So we're discussing a nautical theme this morning. I love the way this table looks. Take us through the different elements we have here.
So firstly, I'd just like to say that regarding the whole nautical theme, it's a great thing, like you said, to embrace for summer. And as you can see, I've really played with the theme. And I want to encourage people to take the theme nautical and use their own personal items and things to make it unique and nautical to them.
I love that. You know what? This theme is so nostalgic of being at the beach. And even if you're far away from the beach, you can create that feeling for yourself as well.
You really can.
Okay, so what do we have first?
We'll look at the boat. They're really fun.
Oh, I love
wooden, handmade boats, and they add a lovely nostalgic feel.
They do.
That we carry through the table, and they really, it brings beautiful height to the table as well.
Okay.
So this is something really nice for people to look at.
Gorgeous.
Then we'll focus on the smaller parts of the table.
Yeah.
So firstly, I'd like to say, as you can see, the color scheme. It's all the dark navy blue, a bit of cream, and a bit of white.
Okay.
And we've actually stuck with that as the main color scheme to go through the table. And that helps a lot sometimes to actually nail down and get less is more, stick to one or two, maybe three colors, and then continue that out. It helps make everything look like a whole.
What I love about these plates is they're not one specific design as well. So you can actually collect them and then just use different designs on your table. It adds a rustic feel to it as well. Hey,
it does, and
nice.
you can mix and match.
Very cool.
So we can see the plates, as you said, blue and white. We've got some really decorative, intricate decorative pewter cups. And we've got some all different kinds of cutlery that has a little shell shape to them, which I think plays the nice idea of seashells at the beach and collecting seashells. We also have a few old postcards with ships and old letters. And people can really, go through their post, just simple airmail letters. That little design just round the edge of the card can really make a difference and add a very playful element to the table.
Such great character to this table.
Exactly. Little jars full of shells, very fun way to put on the table, and even take the shells out and decorate your table full of those.
Very cute.
And then we'll focus on these beautiful coral pieces and shell design, which are all from Block and Chisel Interiors. And they add height and dimension to the table, and something you can carry along through and then serve your food and your drinks in between the different things. So there's still space to breathe on the table, which is important.
Okay, well, you're going to be making us something that's quite interesting as well. Hey, another element to our table.
For the craft, we are going to be, you can walk through here, we are going to be combining two elements today. So it's tea-stained paper, which reminds us of old treasure maps, and then herbs, which were traded back in the day and imported by ship.
Very interesting. Let's get started.
So let's go through what we're going to need for our craft. So some herbs such as rosemary, lavender or thyme, a pair of scissors, a nice little clip frame, some tea bags, a cup of hot water and some wax paper, and some plain A4, plain simple paper.
Okay.
So the first thing we would do is we would take our fresh herbs and we would take a piece of wax paper, like so, and we're going to do some lavender. So essentially, we are going to lay it out on the one side and take this and flip it over. So I like to put this under a big stack of books that I have over here. And the reason we're going to be doing this is because we actually want to flatten. Thank you. We're going to flatten the herbs, and it actually helps them to dry out and flatten them. So now we'd actually leave that for about a week. So you really want them to dry out. So we've skipped a step and we have.
So you're making like a potpourri almost of herbs.
Exactly. So we've got to skip step and we have some of the dried herbs here today, which we'll be using later. So the next step we would do is we would take some newspaper, because we don't want to mess, and our plain paper. And you would take, I've put warm water in here, so it's not boiling hot, you don't want to burn yourself. So, and we take our tea bag and we just start dipping it in, getting the tea going, so you want the water to start actually turning a colour as if you're making tea. Okay, and once that's done, you'll actually start squeezing the tea bag, so you need more water.
There we go. Do you rub it onto the paper?
We're going to actually rub it. So you first try to squeeze it because you want to get some like dark, patchy elements.
There we go.
So you're really going to start scraping away.
There we go. And then you would do that with
rubbing
the
it.
entire piece of paper.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens
so I'm going to do the whole
once it's
thing
dry?
now. So once it's dry, you've skipped a step, and we have now some pieces of dried tea-stained paper.
Yeah.
Okay. So we would cut it to size to fit our clip frame. And put this aside. So we have our little clip frame. And what I like to do is once it's dried, you can actually put it through your printer.
Yeah.
So there's two options to do, because I think it's quite nice. If you had your herb, you'll write the name of the herb and a little explanation of it if you want to. Cool. So either we could use a printer if you don't like writing it yourself, and you could print it on the paper wherever you want and then decorate the paper with that.
Nice.
Or you could just take a permanent marker or pen or fine liner and you could do it yourself. So I'm just going to write lavender.
There you go. And then pop your different
And we would now,
herbs on
yeah,
there.
so we're going to take our little bit of lavender that's pressed, and we would essentially just
pop that on there.
put that on
Basically
together.
like you have done here.
Exactly.
Very, very
We've got a really
nice.
other nice one over here, rosemary. And then you would take your clip frame and press it onto it, turn around, put the frames on, so it would look like this.
It does
So it
look
holds it all
amazing.
together.
Can you imagine what you would do if you could put this in your kitchen? You
At
could
home,
put it up very,
especially
very
your kitchen,
nice.
because it's really nice with the fresh herbs.
Oh, Matanna, thank you so much for showing us all of these really crafty ways. Really, really cool. And then finally, those ships over there, they're really, really cool. We're going to get Matanna to actually make us a step-by-step version. You can go to expressoshow.com and she's going to show us how to do that on our website. Don't miss out on that. Thank you so much, Matanna.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after the break.